Welcome to Thriving Moms of Autistics podcast, a free resource for moms raising young autistic children. I am your host, Dr. Christina Wilson. I created Thriving Moms of Autistics after years of experience working with families and having my own autistic child. I coach moms of young autistics one-on-one to tap into their strengths, create a supportive community, set firm boundaries, and raise their autistic child with confidence. Subscribe to the podcast and check out the earlier episodes so you don't miss a thing. Now, let's get to it. Hi, moms. Today's topic might feel a little uncomfortable because it's something we often feel is unattainable. Yet, it is something we cannot be without for too long. So, it's something that moms of autistics might feel selfish about engaging in. In today's episode, I explore self-care for moms of autistics. It's not selfish. It's essential for well-being, which leads to a calmer, happier, and more patient mom. So let's fill up our mom toolboxes with some creative self-care tips. You can find the full transcript for this episode at thrivingmomsofautistics.com/66. Please share the podcast with other moms so they can grow on their autism journey. You can also do this by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. I appreciate you. So, redefining self-care for moms of autistics. The struggle is real, right? It's part of that is just because people lump in self-care with lavish vacations or long bubble baths and more. However, busy moms can find moments of joy to recharge the batteries and just to be their best. So it can happen. And self-care isn't necessarily about disappearing for a spa weekend or even a week's vacation. It's about small, intentional acts that nourish our mind, body, and soul. So for moms of autistics, the little things are not so little, are they? We find joy in the simplest form and experience it more deeply. Many people miss the boat in this area, but not autism moms. This is such a beautiful thing, and I wish more people would get on board with this concept. All it takes is 5 or 10 minutes, 15 minutes if you can swing it. What's therapeutic for one mom might not be therapeutic for another, and that's okay. So does coloring calm me down? It does me. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I kind of get focused in on it and I really enjoy it. Blasting your favorite music and having a dance party in the kitchen, sign me up. Yeah, I mean, it's good for you. You know, you get a little exercise too. Does nature recharge you? Take a walk with your child and point out the birds singing or play I Spy. Now, my son's an eloper, so I had to get really creative, and you probably know what I'm talking about with this. So as he gets older, the elopement is, he doesn't elope quite as much. And most of that is because he's all about the safety rules. He loves rules. He's like his mom. So self-care isn't a one-size-fits-all. Experiment and find what sparks joy in you. So how can moms of autistics get creative with self-care ideas? Well, here are some ideas from other moms of autistics. You might create a sensory jar and fill it up with random enjoyable ideas that suit you, that you can choose from. Consider writing in a journal to get your feelings on paper, just for yourself. It could be quite cathartic, just to get it out and not hold on to it, right? And then you can dispose of it when you're done. So it's something just for you. You might consider a gratitude journal. Journaling isn't for everyone. You might create a microblog about your experiences. I know it's helpful for me having the podcast because I know that it helps other people. So, that might be something that you might enjoy. Another possibility is to tap into your child's interests. Play can be just as therapeutic for adults as it can for children. Unfortunately, my son doesn't like for others to help him build his city or play with him, Kyleville. He doesn't like that too much. He's very focused and doesn't like to be distracted on certain play projects. However, I like to tap into his crafty side. It is so much fun. And he loves crafts, just like my mom did. So you might try something like that, sensory driven, like finger painting, or building forts or having a silly dance-a-thon to their favorite music. Those are just some ideas. It might be something as simple as setting a timer and listening to your favorite music while your child is napping. So self-guilt is a real thing for moms of autistics. And mom guilt is hard. Am I doing enough? Does my child need more from me or this other? I know I'm with you. And this is very common. Always remember that self-care is related to your child. Okay, so think of the oxygen mask on a plane scenario. Find someone who gets it. If you don't have that right now, please check out my supportive community-related episodes at the bottom of the homepage of thrivingmomsofautistics.com. That will separate like the community versus the self-help and so on. Now, I recently created a space for moms of autistics, and I'm so excited about it, for them to come together and for an hour and just explore and learn. And you can find out more information on the Thriving Moms of Autistics social media platforms. Check out the Thriving Moms of Autistics virtual coffee mom chats via Zoom on the first Wednesday of every month from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time. The next virtual coffee chat for moms is on February 7th, 2024. Self-care isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. You deserve to feel good, and you're not alone. Check out the Thriving Moms of Autistics on X, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. Share your self-care ideas because I would love to hear them. Let's meet again next week. Thanks for listening to Thriving Moms of Autistics podcast. Be sure to leave a review and tell other moms of autistics about the podcast. Let's support each other. Find the full transcript for this episode at thrivingmomsofautistics.com. And be assured, you are not alone in your journey.